Saturday morning daily devotional. This is the view outside the window from my office here at the church, and typically it's a fantastic view of the Santa Cruz Mountains and the city, trees and homes, and it's beautiful. But you know this, for the last couple weeks, particularly the last 3 days, it's been a constant reminder with the orange skies and the gray skies that our world is a pretty gloomy place right now. If I'm really honest with you, it's a reminder to me that my heart is a pretty gloomy place right now. I've been following along in the Life Journal, and it's been having me read in the book of Lamentations. Have you ever read Lamentations? Even though they don't say who the author is, it's believed that Jeremiah wrote it when Jerusalem was being destroyed by the Babylonians. It's a horrible book. In the midst of this, people are starving. There were others who were being slaughtered by soldiers. Babies were dying. It's a horrible book. In the middle of these 5 chapters, in chapter 3, at the pinnacle of suffering, Jeremiah, he writes the only real words of encouragement in the entire book. He writes this: "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope." So listen to why he's hopeful. "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion. Therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those whose hope is in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. It is good for a person to bear the yoke while he is young." I was reminded that in just an instant, God can help because he's compassionate, because he's loving, because he's faithful, because he's good. Our season that we are in right now, it's a bad season, but it's minor compared to the things that were happening in Jeremiah's day in Jerusalem. But just because our situation today isn't as bad, it's still our pain, it's still our suffering, it's still our frustration. So it matters to us. And I just wanted to remind you of this. It also matters to God. And so Jeremiah, in all of his wisdom, he would tell you this: seek God. And I know this about me. When I open God's word and I start focusing on who he is, his power, his compassion, his love, his goodness, his faithfulness, my hope begins to get restored. And then Jeremiah would say this: when you seek God, then do this: wait quietly, not frantically, not anxiously, but wait quietly. So try this today. Read Lamentations chapter 3. It'll give you a good idea about Jeremiah's perspective in the midst of trouble. Read Lamentations chapter 3, and then do this: sit quietly with God for just 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, just to allow the goodness of God to be with you. And be reminded that he's with us. Go try that today. God bless you, and we'll see you tomorrow here on the hill for our drive-in service.